Hey guys, I hope you all are doing good. A lot of people have been asking me questions about how to give an architectural interview, how to prepare for an architectural interview, and what are the questions that are asked in an architecture interview. So guys, I have given a lot of interviews in my life. I have been rejected, I have been accepted, I have rejected some jobs on my own. So there are a lot of things that take place when you are giving an interview, and I'm here to share my experience, my practical knowledge about the interview. What are the techniques that I use? What are the techniques that have been taught to me by some mentors that I have had? So try watching this video till the end. This video will be a really important and really informative video for all of you. And guys, for the people who are here on my channel for the first time, my name is Saransh Singh and I'm an architect by profession. I keep making such amazing content on regular basis, so feel free to check out my channel. And guys, without any delays, let's get started with the video. So guys, I know how important an interview is for everyone. I know what role it plays, and I know how much scared a person is in their first interview.
But that's one thing about resumes.
So I have been there, so don't worry. I might sound that overconfident guy that is there in class, but it's not that. I have been where you are right now. I have been this clueless. I have been where there was no one to guide me, but I'm here to guide you all. I have made a list of all the questions that have been asked to me in any interview. Like, there are few questions that were always there. So I'm gonna just talk about first the questions, the general questions that will be asked to you. These are kind of psychometric analysis kind of questions. These are very simple questions, but they play a very important role in deciding your fate in that company or not. So the first question is, tell me about yourself. So this is a very basic thing, but you need to talk about the things that you are interested in, the things that interest you, and the things that are there on your resume, and some things about your personality. So this is the overview of this question. Next is, how did you hear about this job? So tell the truth, like, how did you come across this job? Don't say some random thing like, I don't know, I was just applying to too many jobs and I just clicked on your profile and I just applied. Don't say things like this. Before going for an interview, do a small research about this company, whatever company you are applying to. Just do a basic research, see where they are present, like, are they present on LinkedIn? Do they have their website? Do they have any social networking site or anything? So you can link that question to this. So the next question is, tell me a time when you disagreed with someone who is superior with you, but you are right. How did you convince them? Or tell me about a time that you had a very difficult situation with an employee that works with you or a colleague that works with you. How did you solve it? So guys, this is a general question that have been asked to me in all the interviews. Like, I was asked this question in Marriott. I was asked this question when I was giving interview for McDonald's. I was asked this question all the time I was giving interview in India. All the corporate people will ask you this question, and especially HRs will ask you this question. So basically, you have to talk about some experience that you have had. That is the best example. So as in architecture, I always give an example of an architecture field, because we disagree on a lot of things. And how do you solve those kind of disagreement? So the answer is communication. You talk, you come to a middle ground, you settle it, you think about what's wrong with your design first, and then you think about what's wrong with their. You come to a middle ground always. So this is the appropriate answer. Next is, tell me about a mistake that you made and how you handle it. So this is also a question that was asked to me in too many job interviews. So the right answer for this is, I accept my mistake. If you are wrong, always accept your mistake. If you are wrong, always learn from it. This is the reason to ask this question. They want to see like how open are you to accepting your mistakes, how open you are to learning new things. No one is perfect in this entire world. Everyone does some mistakes, everyone does some goof ups in their life. But the gist of this question is how open are you to learn? So that's what they check in this question. Next is, what type of work environment do you prefer? So in this question they want to ask you like what kind of person you are, how you like to work. Like, do you like to work in groups? Do you like to work solo? Do you want someone to always guide you? Can you work independently? So these are the meaning behind this question. So what do you say? I can, like, it's totally up to you, but most appropriate answer to this is I can work with group, but I like my own space to design, to be creative. I want to be alone, but I do like to have good discussions. I do like to discuss my design plus show my design to other colleagues or other people in the team to get feedbacks. So that's the most appropriate thing to do. Next is, what do you like about your job? This is something like, obviously if you are an architect, if you have completed your architecture and if you are actually passionate about it, I don't have to say anything about this question. Now coming to the next section, that is your technical terms. This will mostly happen in the second phase. So the most often asked question is, what do you like about architecture? That I have already covered. This is just a conversation starter. Then they will ask you, depending on the job profile that you have applied for. Most of the time people ask me about what softwares do you use, what software do you like, what kind of rendering softwares do you like Revit or not, what is your inclination for the softwares, what software you are most comfortable with. Then the next question would be, are you familiar with building codes? So like for here in Canada, I am not familiar with building codes over here, but obviously this is very highly recommended. Like whenever you are going for an interview, just read about the building codes, like the local building codes, the area building codes and all those things. Just read about it. You don't have to memorize it, because even the experienced architect, they do refer to the building code dictionary, like they do refer the codes every time. But the basics are always the basics. You must know that. Sometimes this rarely happens. People ask just for the sake of it. People just ask random question. You will be surprised by it. It will be like, what is the average floor to floor height? What is the dimension of staircase, like thread and riser height? So you must know that. What is the kitchen counter height? That is around 900 mm. 900 to 950 mm, that is the basic kitchen counter height. You must know all these things. So these are just basic things. They just want to know like how you answer these things and are you aware of these things or not. These are like, you know, very basic, like A, B, C, D of architecture. So you must know all these things. Next is fire safety, why it is important, how you can ensure fire safety. People might ask you about the wall thicknesses, what are the types of wall they are used over here or in India. In India it's very simple, but in Canada it is too messed up. Like there are too many layers in the wall. There is like outer layer, inner layer, then in between there are layers, there is thermal resistance, there are studs and all those things. So it's a lot of things, but you must know all these things, like what is the minimum wall thickness for exterior wall, what is the maximum wall thickness for the exterior wall, how a passive wall is designed, and what is the thickness for passive wall. So all these things are very important. You must know the basics of it. I'm not saying you must know everything, but just the basic of it. It will help you a lot. And guys, the final and the most important thing that you must know and you must carry with you all the time, that is your confidence. Your confidence is the key for everything, and always picture that the person that is in front of you was an employee sometime or someday. Someday he was on the chair that you are on. He has gone to the same pressure, same thinking, same mentality. Now he is experienced and he is over there. You are a less experienced person, but you don't have to fear anything. He's just a human, and all humans are alike. By instinct, by nature, by everything. It's just the matter of experience. So don't worry about it. Be confident, and always don't overthink about your interview. Just be chill, just go through your regular stuff, go through your job portfolio that you have applied for and things like that. And always ask reasonable questions to the employer. Like if you are concerned about the salary, you can ask about the salary. Do a basic research about the salary, what salaries are offered for this specific job roles. You can talk about, be open, you can talk about your work environment, you can talk about how are people, how do you like your employers to be like, do you like people to work overtime, do you like people to go on time, and all those things. These are basic things but means a lot. You need to ask all these questions, and sometimes employer might not like it, but guys, if you're asking a logical question and if you don't get hired, that was not your place. Always ask good questions and always ask these things. What are your holidays? What is the work culture, work environment? How do you like your designs to be? What is your design philosophy? What is the principle of this architecture firm? Like every architecture firm works on a certain principle. Like some are very design oriented, some are return oriented, some are highly construction, only construction firms. So all these things, get to know about them, get to know about their personality, about their what do they think of an employee. This will give you a good picture about your employer, and this is very important. So the final thing is, just be confident, carry your swag, be chill, and you will definitely crack it. And guys, if you like this video, go ahead, hit a like and subscribe to my channel. And guys, if you have any kinds of doubts or queries or anything, go ahead, mention it in the comment section. I will definitely try my level best to solve those.